Hello gamers, welcome back to GamerSpots, your go-to channel for all the things gaming and fun on the internet. I'm back by popular demand with a newly selected list of the top 10 best action RPG games on PC. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 10, Elden Ring. This is a new fantasy action RPG in which you are guided by the power of the Elden Ring. You must ascend to become an Elden Lord in the lands between. This game features a very medieval gameplay style, providing you with a full experience with wonderful graphics. This game also has multiplayer support. Number 9, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pokemon is a brand everyone remembers from childhood, with some discovering it in their maturity and falling in love with it. Pokemon Legends Arceus is an action RPG that brings us yet another fantastic game from the brand. This game contains action and features that allow you to explore the world around you. Number 8. Cyberpunk 2077. In the opinion of many players worldwide, CD Projekt Red could do nothing wrong. These developers were releasing some iconic and classic RPG titles for the Witcher franchise, and the studio was building up their next thrilling video game release, Cyberpunk 2077, over the years. With a fresh, futuristic environment, tons of quests, various endings, and a seemingly unlimited amount of fun for players to discover, it was a game that was supposed to raise the bar even higher for the production team. However, the game received mixed reviews upon its initial release. Number 7. Code Vein. The Souls series developed a following. Due to the rigorous fighting, players are ready to dive into not only the Dark Souls franchise, but any new Souls-like release that has hit the market. One of those games was Code Vein, a title that immersed players in a post-apocalyptic universe centered on vampires. Players take on the role of a protagonist who transforms into a new vampire-like creature known as a revenant. Players are fighting to avoid the bloodlust temptation and free themselves from this nightmare world in the hopes of regaining their recollection from before. As previously said, the combat is similar to that of a Souls game, but thanks to online co-op, you may do objectives with buddies. Number 6. Scarlet Nexus. This is a new anime-themed video game. Players in this game are thrown into a world where mutant animals have infiltrated our reality. A new special task force was formed to deal with these monsters. Players will take on the role of a member of the other suppression force. The OSF handles these dangerous monsters, but they also have their own weapon. Members have superhuman abilities, such as psychokinesis in the case of our protagonist. Players can launch various debris and objects toward their target. You will, however, be aided by other party members who each have their own special abilities. Number 5. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Deliverance is a role-playing game set around 1403. If you're anticipating something like The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, you'll be disappointed. This is a more realistic medieval game in which war is not always the answer. Players take on the role of a young adult who discovers his family slaughtered following an invasion of the kingdom. Players join a resistance group in a battle for vengeance and service to the future of their region. While there are numerous characters, NPCs to interact with, and tasks to complete, the combat is not always easy, which may turn off some gamers. Number 4. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. This one immerses players in a high fantasy world where dragons have appeared, leaving nothing but destruction in their wake. It's here that our protagonist attempts to fight the dragon, but after failing, the dragon consumes their heart, leaving the hero as an Arisen. Your life is now devoted to slaying dragons and assisting those in need. Number 3. Phantasy Star Online 2. When it originally came out, Phantasy Star Online was a huge hit, and it helped sell Sega Dreamcast consoles. While enthusiasts liked this online MMORPG, it eventually became outdated. Fortunately, a new iteration in the franchise, Phantasy Star Online 2, was released into the market. The issue was that this game was released only in Japan in 2012, and it took many years for it to make its way to Western markets. Number 2. Tales of Berseria. The Tales series has been around for a long time, and one of the IP's most recent releases has acquired some newfound popularity among players. Tale of Berseria is an action RPG that follows Velvet Crow, a young woman who transformed from being a timid and quiet individual to a vessel filled with nothing but rage. After a horrific tragedy forces Velvet into dark incarceration, she escapes and begins her vengeance. Along the trip, players will meet a diverse array of people that will assist Velvet. Meanwhile, the series' combat has remained consistent with what most Tales fans are accustomed to. Number 1. Middle-earth Shadow of War. Shadow of War is the sequel to Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, and the first installment is also a fantastic game to play. I would recommend playing that game first, but with that in mind, I chose Middle-earth Shadow of War on our list. players take on the roles of Ranger Talion and the lively elf lord Celebrimbor once more in the game. Players in this game are battling a swarm of hostile forces, such as orcs, around the open environment. Most people would compare the fighting to that of the Batman Arkham games, where you drop into a group of orcs and unleash a volley of strikes while countering the visual indications provided on the screen. That's all for now. If you enjoyed the video, please share it with your friends and family. To increase engagement, like and comment on the video, and subscribe to watch our future videos. We'll see you in the following video. Keep playing in the meantime.